happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Here we go. And here's Albuquerque now. Here's Robertson. Pass to Richmond. The 17-footer. And he hits the jumper.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Morant. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
And Morant can really fill it up, especially from these in-between areas.
Here's Robertson. Clock at 6. 2 points. That one goes.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Pass to Duncan. And here's Jokic. Three-pointer. The rebound by Robertson. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Here's Robertson. Pass to Richmond. Lets it go from the wing. Memphis with a rebound.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
At around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter.
You love the anticipation. Made sure to box out, knew where the ball was going, and doesn't let anyone impede him from pulling in the glass.
Anunoby can't get it to go.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Jokic the screen. Puts it up. And again it's Memphis missing.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Outside Anunoby. It's stolen by James. A minute 20 left in the first. Here's Robertson. Takes it inside. Tipped. And they recover it. And Anunoby gets it to go.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
To end the cold spell. And again it's Memphis missing. Albuquerque leading by 5. Here's Robertson. Out to the right wing. Outside Anunoby. Screen by James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot's good. Anunoby's got 5 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, we're seeing Morant get more and more comfortable operating off the ball.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock.
Memphis 5. Larry Bird.
On defense, the visiting team.
feel like Beyonce, I'm finna upgrade you. Yeah, I'm good, put in work on you. Buy your new.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Moments away, it'll be Albuquerque going up against San Antonio. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. Here we go. And here's Albuquerque now. Here's Robertson. Pass to Richmond. Fires for three. He's off on that one. On offense, here is San Antonio. Here's Duncan. Takes a three. And it's Ewing with a rebound. Here's Robertson. Here's Ewing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the pick. Out left to the wing. Oh, George with a steal. Got about a minute gone in the first quarter. Tipped. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Albuquerque shooting their first free throw of the game. And here's Albuquerque now. Here's Robertson. Pass to Richmond. And that one's on target from the wing.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Turner attacking. Not going to go that time. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Anunoby. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher.
Come on now, what a talent. Slips through the lane and just flushes it home.
Oh, the D feeling some shame right there. That was big league. Here's Robertson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Beautiful touch around the rim. Soft lay-in with the underhand finger work.
Duncan, no good. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Albuquerque. It's a 5-point game. From deep. They get the rebound. Pass to Robertson. Tries again. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Hill for three. Connects from downtown.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Knocked loose. George with a steal. Pass to Duncan. Kicks it to George. To the paint. James with a steal. Out to the right wing. Left side, Anunoby. Hill with the steal. Here's the break. Poke loose. Over to the left wing. It's George on the wing. Shot clock at 6. He drops it from range.
Gets the ball and takes the shot. It's that easy for Paul George.
Right wing. James outside. Tries to spin move. Over to the wing. Here's Robertson. Hits the trifecta. Robertson's got 7.
No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score. Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Albuquerque out in front. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what we've seen from Albuquerque so far, what's your take?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Now Brunson. Pass to George. The 3-ball. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
And the defense has to be more aware of Paul George. You got to know how fast his trigger is.
Here's Roy. Now here's Hill. Here's Worthy. Back to Hill. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Back to Brunson. Outside Tatum. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Okay, big boy. All right, you like to see Tatum asserting himself on the interior. Look, he's forcing the defense to foul.
And San Antonio making a change here.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Pass to Stoudemire. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. It's Barnes on the wing. Back to Brunson. Towns, right side. George scanning the floor. For 3. That shot, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And the basket by Stoudemire.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Pass to Barnes. And here's Brunson. Kicks it out Towns. George outside. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. There's a minute 40 left to play in the first half. Pass to Reed. Let's go with a 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Albuquerque leading by 3. Brunson with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And it's rejected. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brunson. A minute 15 left in the first half. Here's Wilkins. Oh, they get a hand on it. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
The defense George provides.
Hey, Jason Tatum takes flight.
Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
keep possession. There's 49 seconds left in the second period. Brunson with it, and it's Reed picking him up. The three from Barnes. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Jones feels it out. And he goes in for the dunk.
A power finish there as he breaks out the tomahawk.
You could feel the shake after that.
Good.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. To the wing, right side. Picked it out of midair. To the middle. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Albuquerque out in front, up by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Turner inside. George outside. Takes it inside. And the jam by George.
You gotta like the momentum on George's drive. Cutting into the defense and clearing himself a path.
Pass to Robertson. Fires it. Rebound by San Antonio. There's the steal. Knocked away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Turner. Here's Robertson. He has 7. Takes a step back. For 3, James. There, LeBron for 3.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a three-point basket.
And they recover it. Pass to Reed. And there's a pick. Here's Duncan.
A versatile, talented defender, LeBron excels at using his athleticism and length to block so many shots.
Hill with the steal. A nice shot by Duncan. Duncan's got his second basket of the game.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
Pass to James. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. James has got 5 points now in the quarter. Taken away.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's 1:54 left in the third. Here comes. Oh! Huge slam by LeBron.
Okay, King James. Look, there is no stopping LeBron when he gets on the bounce.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. San Antonio trails by 4. Here's Frazier. Over Brunson. Here's Stoudemire. Jams it in off the great move.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, VA.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. A 1:20 left in the third quarter. Here's James. Rebound by San Antonio.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Here's Tatum. Oh, Leonard with the block.
Oh, the claw strikes again. Kawhi using that big hand of his to get on the shot.
Out to James. 5 to shoot. The 3 is up. They get it back. Towns, right side. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Towns has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And stolen by Brunson. In transition, here they come. It's James on the wing. He has 7. It's George on the wing. Back to James. Oh, sweet move. And he elevates for the jam. Jason Tatum on the receiving end.
Look, getting inside positioning is what he wants. Like, once that man gets in there and gets moving, oh, he's going to finish that dunk.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Albuquerque. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And here's Albuquerque now, leading by 5. Here's Richmond. George left side. Off with the layup. Here's Wilkins. Here's Duncan. Counted from distance.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
And here's Albuquerque now. George outside. Pass to Richmond. 5 on the clock. Wilkins with a rebound. On offense, here is San Antonio. Trailing by 2 to tie it up. And San Antonio making a change here.
In for San Antonio, Willis Reed. Grant Hill.
Here's Richmond.
Evan Turner.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone now. And that one is hammered home.
He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get postered.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Got a piece of it. Here's Worthy. And there's the drive. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. Here's Robertson. Towns up top. From about 19. Got a hand on it. Here's Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Pass to Robertson. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Back to George. Pass to Hill. Nifty move. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Albuquerque.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Yeah, another thing they did well defensively, closing out. Inside and outside, their defenders were flying out to shooters.
Pass to Robertson. Count it!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Down low. Downs. Money.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Picked by Reed. Here's Worthy. And the three off target. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And San Antonio making a change here. 40 seconds left in the fourth. Crafty move. Out to James. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. And now it's an 8-point Albuquerque lead. Out to the wing. Here's Reed. Uses the glass to drop it in. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there.
Second team foul.
So the first one drops. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
Robertson taking 2 shots.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's an 8-point ball game. Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them. So why not go down fighting?
Pass to Duncan. Now here's Reed. Here's Duncan. So Albuquerque wins it. Boy, a nice win on the road by the...
Trying to get straight to the point and they crooked. They gave me the lane to the top and I took it. I'm going to the top. Yeah, I'm going to the top. Yeah, be focused on them, but you barely got money, but you let her spend it. I'm already lit, but this just the beginning. I promise my mama I'm gonna be the biggest. I'm going to the top. Yeah, I'm going to the top. Yeah.
The spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She counting up bands. She turn off the spot. She throwing the. She doing her dance. She showing her. Top heady, you know I be on that. Standing on like a floor mat. They keep trying to reach me, cause they know that I never call back. Throw it back on her BD. Just know he thought that. Hey, I gotta ignore.
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Moments away, it'll be Baltimore going up against Albuquerque. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Here we go. And here's Albuquerque now. Here's Robertson. There's the drive. Pass to Richmond. Here's Ewing. Back to James. 6 on the shot clock. And he banks in the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Castle for 3. And so Anunoby will bring it up for Albuquerque. With the drive. Rebounded by Castle. Pass to Bird. This one for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
On offense, here's Albuquerque. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman. Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Here's Castle. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Here's Robertson.
Baltimore foul call. Kyle Korver. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Robertson to the right side. 4 on the clock. James attacking. 1:57 left in the first quarter of the game. Castle misses. Now Anunoby. Pass to Ewing. Here's Richmond. Takes a 3. Sinks it from distance.
3 points.
Big day for their backcourt. Their guards have really set the tone for the rest of this team.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Again, the miss by Baltimore. Albuquerque leading by 4. Here's Robertson. Takes it inside. Pass to Richmond. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
First team foul.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
.51 seconds left to play in the first.
Everybody's ill at the moment. Everybody's very stuck ill at the moment. Everybody's ill at the moment. My crew is down.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And here's Albuquerque now. Here's Robertson. And he goes in for the dunk.
You see the power and athleticism at the rim. Who's man enough to rise up to challenge the Big O?
Tatum's got room. The quick look, no good that time. Here's Robertson. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Richmond. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Their guards have carried the offensive load. With the way they've performed, they've got the green light to shoot whenever there's an opening.
Tatum's shot is good.
Really smooth release from Tatum on that three. Makes that shot look effortless.
Out to James. He shoots. Rebound Toronto.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Tatum looking it over. Good on the jump shot. Tatum's got 5 now.
Tatum's got a nice jump shot. When he's in rhythm, you feel like he's going to make it every time he shoots.
Here's Robertson. Pass to Richmond. And no good. Oh, a deep 3 from Tatum. A quick shot there. It's off target.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Albuquerque foul call. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Turner, no good. And Brunson's got the ball here for Albuquerque. They trail by 1. Towns, left side. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
You know, no surprise that Towns is very effective from mid-range. With his size and shooting touch, it's expected.
He gets it in there.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to George. Now with a rebound. Outside Tatum. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Inside. Yao, good.
And Yao Ming's a handful when he's this deep. I mean, virtually impossible to guard. You can't let him get this kind of positioning. Easier said than done, though.
Now here's Brunson. No points so far. Pass to Barnes. Kicks it out Towns. Fires the 3. Rebound Toronto. Williamson right side. Turner with it. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Toronto out in front. They're up by 3. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Williamson with it. Guarded now by George. Outside Tatum. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And here's Brunson from the arc. Now with a rebound. Toronto leading by 3. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Here's Brunson. Spins. Here's Leonard. Converts after the nice spin. Leonard's got his first points of the game.
Well, the pick gives Leonard some space, and he wisely calls his own number.
Tatum can't hit. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Here's Tatum. The kick out to Brunson. Oh, stolen by Turner. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Yao. Shoots from the baseline. And again, Toronto, no good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Now Brunson kicks it to George.
Timeout, timeout.
Albuquerque calls timeout.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
So both teams changing it up here. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Clock at 4. Here's Richmond. And again, it's Albuquerque missing.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
Here's Hansbrough. Back to Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis, a rim rocker.
The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
There's a minute 47 left in the second quarter. Pass to Richmond. It's George on the wing. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Knocked loose. Here's Hansbrough. Jacks up a 3. Tatum pulls it in. Here's Richmond. 1:11 left in the first half of this game. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Here we go. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Watching Richmond get up and throw it down. Yes, sir. Superb at elevating to the rafters.
Bogut gets a bucket.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
On offense, here's Albuquerque. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Pass to Richmond. Takes the 3. Rebound Toronto.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Space. The three-pointer off the mark. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Virtually no way to stop Towns. He's extremely dangerous that close to the bucket.
Offensive rebound. He's got a clear path. Here's George. And the jam by George.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Here's Bogut. Fades. And he gets it to go. Bogut's got 5.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Here's Robertson. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And Robertson is a do-it-all kind of player, my kind of guy. I mean, he's also somebody you can trust to help facilitate your offense. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's Bogut. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Bogut's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Here's Robertson. Pass to Richmond. 6 to shoot. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. He has 6. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Antetokounmpo, left side. Oh, look at Giannis power in.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
If they score here, they're back in front.
And they've been waiting to retake this lead for a bit.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Robertson. 6 points for him.
2 minutes.
Pass to Anunoby. Just 5 on the clock. And he throws it down with one hand.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
To the paint. Here's James.
Well, you better stop the ball, especially when it's LeBron James with it. That guy is pretty good.
The 3 is up. Bogut, no good. Albuquerque leading by 3. To the wing on the left. Here's Robertson. Give him 8 points now. Pass to James. Here's Robertson. Oh, swiped away. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Robertson.
Toronto foul. Release space. Second personal foul. Third team foul.